Evening, and welcome back into the garage. In this evening's video, I want to start putting the cooling system back to rights in the Traveller. So that's starting off with a little order that I got recently, which you would have seen in a previous video, of a set of silicone hoses. So basically what this came with, this is a Fletcher system. So what it came with was a bottom hose, a new top hose, a pair of heater hoses, and as well as that, bypass hose. Now, the bypass hose I'll not be using. I already have the Cooper S bypass hose fitted, so I'll not be needing this right now, but I have it there. I put it in the stock for if I ever need it in the future. Another thing is as well, because I don't have a heater in the Traveller at the minute, and I'm probably not going to have a heater in it, I'm probably just going to go with a heated windscreen because I don't really use the car in the winter. So the two heater pipes that came here, the heater hoses here, are probably too long, but I can easily cut them down as well. So that's the plan for the hoses. But in addition to that, I also got this. So this really cool Fletcher alloy radiator. So it's a twin core radiator. So again, this will help to keep the temperatures down in the water system. So yeah, this is going to be a really cool piece of kit as well. And as you can see, I already have the existing fan cowling already fitted to that with new screw head bolts. So that is another thing. So the plan is to start getting all this put together and put into the car. I'm not sure if I'll get it all done this evening or not. I'm just taking an hour out in the garage here after having my tea. Another thing is, you'll have seen in the previous video, I already have changed out the fan. I took off this 2-blade fan and replaced it with one of the plastic 11-blade fans. So if anybody's interested in this, this can be put up for sale. If you want to drop me a message on my Instagram, the link is in the description below. And yeah, so this is for sale if you're interested in it. Okay, so first thing would be, the easiest way to put on the radiator is with the bottom hose already fitted. So trying to get the bottom hose on with the radiator already in place is possible, but it's a bit of a faff. So we'll start off by putting the bottom hose on, and then we'll offer it up to the car and start fitting it. So there we have the radiator with the bottom hose now fitted, just for ease of fitting. Just trying to get this hose on when the radiator is in is pretty tricky as well. This one's already going to be tricky enough as it is. So, but this will help a little bit anyway. So first thing to do, slot it in, and then we will, reusing the existing bolt again, the 1/2-inch bolt, is drop in the bottom mounting bolt, and we'll get that in, and then we can play about with pretty much wrestling it into place. So yeah, first thing to do is slot this into place. So we'll get this in without damaging anything. Okay, so that's it roughly in. Just getting the bottom mount well lined up to the bracket, so we're roughly in place there now. So this slot in with its washer. See if we get it started. Just getting it aligned is sometimes a little bit tricky. Okay, we will cut there, and we'll come back whenever I actually have this fitted.
One eternity later.
Hi, so I didn't record a lot of that. Well, for start, I forgot to press record on some of it, and to be honest, it fought me quite a bit. So rather than to save you watching me fighting with some hoses and the radiator and so on, I just didn't bother in the end. But it is in. To be fair, I'm not terribly happy with the quality of the hoses, but I don't think they were really had a large enough diameter to slip on over the outlets the way they should have. But yeah, it's in. Radiator is in. Of all the hoses all connected up, and so on. I only had to use one of the the heater hoses just to go from the outlet over to back into the top hose or the bottom hose again. So I do have a spare there as well. But yeah, that's about as far as I'm going to go tonight. I still have to put on the engine steady bar and just to get the radiator in exactly the right place so it's not catching the fan when the engine's running. But I have that done. But you will notice the bonnet is missing at the minute. I did take it off because, to be honest, it made it a lot easier to get access down the back of the engine to get that the hose onto the back of the wall, onto the water pump outlet. But I do want to replace a hinge. The driver's side hinge has always been a little bit on the sloppy side. As a push and gone or something, I think maybe, but the threads anyway weren't great on them. So I've meaning to do this for 20 years, replace the bonnet hinge. So that's going to be my next job tonight. I'm going to jump on to eBay or some mini spares, some of those other companies there, see can I get a Mark 1 driver's side bonnet hinge, get that ordered up, get a coat of almond green and get that through in. So we can get the bonnet back on again a little bit nicer. It was always a little bit sloppy. If you lift the bonnet, it was always a little bit of shake. So at least I get that done. But I'll spin the camera around here and I'll show you where I've got to tonight. Okay, so what we have, rad is in on the original cowling. Put on new fasteners there as well. The top hose is now in. This bottom bolt, if it will focus, it might with the dark, but up in here, this bottom bolt, well, then that was a bit of a pain to get in, but we got it in there eventually. Down the back, bottom hose is in. As you see, we fitted the bottom hose to the rad before actually putting it into the car. Made things a lot handier. But this one here, this was the problem child here, trying to get that onto the back of the water pump. So eventually got that on. So thanks, Paul. It's Paul from HERE Ireland. Yeah, I was chatting to him about it, so he gave me some advice on that. So we've now got that done. Then again, just from the top outlet on the head and back into the bottom hose. So at least with that done. So next up, I need to put the engine steady bar back on again, get the little top bracket on, and get this all fine tuned. So just get this adjusted here a little bit, just to so the fan doesn't catch. But yeah, that's where we are. And then, like I mentioned, this is the hinge. Like there's a bit of slop with it. You can see this one here is much freer. It's not great. So yeah, that needs to get sorted. And then we get the bonnet popped back on again. And then as well, obviously the grill to go back in. I'm going to do a little bit of modification. I did have a temporary bar running across here just for my quick release buttons. Because I didn't really like them too far in. I wanted them a little bit further out, so roughly about here. So I'm going to get a little piece of alloy, get them cut up, obviously with the cutouts for leave the airflow, do the same on both sides, and then I can mount my quick release grill buttons on there as well. So that's something for another day. That's where I'm going to leave it tonight. You see, I've the hoodies off. It was getting a little bit overheated myself trying to sort this cooling issue down. So yeah, I'll catch up with you tomorrow, all being well, and we'll get the rest of this buttoned up. So yeah, see you shortly.
Day 2.
Hi, so welcome back into the garage today. So it's the next day. You saw me last time get everything plumbed in, and last thing to do was just to put on the engine steady bar, get the top bracket on and so on, just to tighten everything up and have it ready to go. So I'll just spin the camera around and I'll just show you where this little project has finished up. Okay, so now that the radiator is in, all the plumbing is all done and completed, I now have the engine steady bar is now refitted, so the engine is nice and tight again. The top bracket is now fitted as well, and everything has been adjusted so the fan doesn't catch the cowling at any point going around there. It actually was a good fit, just need a little bit of tweaking just to make sure that was all done. Again, all the Jubilee clips are all in the right position that you easily can get at them for the future. on all new nuts as well, and washers and all, just to tidy the whole job up. Coolant is in, giving the engine a good run. Took it for a drive. We've no leaks, we've no airlocks. That's all great as well. So yeah, very happy with that project. So time will tell to make sure that see if did it make any improvement at all. I do have some other ideas up my sleeve anyway that I can add to this to help with the cooling issues. But that should hopefully be it. Next thing, I want to get these two little bracket pieces made here so I can refit the grill with the grill buttons, and then refit the bonnet. So yeah, we're pretty much closed with this wee project. Okay, so I think we're at that video up here now. So that's the entire cooling system on the Mini now, completely redone. So it's new radiator, new hosing right the way through. Like I said, it's there's no leaks with the coolant in it now. Yeah, so time will tell to see has it made any improvements. So we'll use the car as it is for a while, and we'll see how things go. Next thing, like I said, yes, is get the grille fitted, get the bonnet put back on the car again. I might actually just show you maybe how I do the little panels on a future video as well. You'll see behind me as well, I now have an additional piece of wall art. That's actually the original passenger door of the Traveller here. So yeah, I just thought I'd hang it up there. Yeah, just something to do. Really the other night just had a bit of free time on my hands, so I just thought I'd put a couple of brackets up and hang the door up. So that's done. Next thing, yeah, hopefully we'll get a few shows coming this summer, all being well. And again, hopefully get out as well with some of the lads in their minis from the WhatsApp group that I'm in, called Spinning Them In. So hopefully Paul, Phil, Richard and Dale will be free, and we get out in the minis and get a bit of footage of us out on the local roads around here, which will be fun. It's been a while since we've all been out together, so now that lockdown's easing and with more free travel, hopefully that will be made possible in the future. So yeah, let's wrap this video up. Thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. It was basically me just fighting with some hoses and radiator and so on, so probably nothing terribly exciting or entertaining, but yeah, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, remember to give it a thumbs up. Remember to click the subscribe button down below, and as well drop me a comment or two as well. I really enjoy reading your comments, and I will always reply to every comment that I get. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.